Okay, hi there, Leo. Welcome to your first part of December 2024. It's Raina here. Sometimes I change my tune about what type of time period I'm going to operate under because I didn't do all the people's December readings. So, oh well. I'm pick an additional card here. I'm just going to cut the deck. All right. Okay. And apologies if it's, I don't know how it looks. I have the light down on my my camera, so I can't, I mean my phone, I can't see. I'm just, it's an overcast day and I'm recording this natural light, no external light. I just prefer it. I prefer not to use lights during the day if I can help it. But anyway, hopefully it's fairly visible. This is a very drama-filled reading, I have to say. The heart of the matter is the Page of Pentacles. This is a card that is, you know, you can kind of tell that the person is really intently looking at something, investigating something. It's a spy card. So it can indicate that somebody's suspicions are aroused about something. And it can be in any area of life. It doesn't just have to be your personal relationship. It could be your professional situation, what's going on there. Because the outcome card is actually connected to that kind of thing. Let me think astrologically. What is going on? Well, Pluto has left your 6th house. And we're going, and you know, Capricorn, and we're going to have a new moon there. So that could be something. So this could be work related for sure. No question about it. But anyway, let's keep going. But you just had a new moon in your 5th house of love and creativity, and that happened as I record this yesterday on the 1st of December. So some kind of change with love matters. So in the past position, we have the Justice card. This can indicate a legal judgment. For instance, the divorce is granted. It could be, that card is connected to Libra, so it could be a Libra person that you're dealing with. And with the Page of Swords, you know, Swords is all of the air signs. So Libra would be one of them, along with Aquarius, your opposite sign, and Gemini. And we do have several Swords cards. Swords as a suit represents the intellect. It represents communication, but it can represent drama, conflict, or that kind of thing. And it's also something that, you know, if you're dealing with somebody of that sign, like a Libra person, for instance, and it could just be showing that that person, you know, are they good for you? Are they not good for you? But the Page of Swords is very suspicious, and in the past position, we have the Justice card. So we're looking at this person who may be giving you some kind of validation about your suspicions, but it could be even like mediation in the workplace. By the way, I was trying to play it off like, oh yeah, you know, I didn't pick up that card before, and then I realized I just picked that. I just picked up that card. What am I doing? But yeah, I mean, it could be like in the workplace, if you have to go over the head of your supervisor to get some kind of like person to make a decision about something. Now, I'm going to be holding this upright but it was picked reversed. The higher message is the Three of Swords reversed. So it can be about getting over rejection about something. So it could indicate that you're ready for love. It's possible. You might still be a bit guarded, but you might be ready for it. Let me talk about the challenge card, which is kind of contradicting that, but I think there's a reason. Okay, so what crosses you is the Five of Cups, which is a card of mourning the loss of something. And the issue with this card is that it's really a card of mourning in general, and we all mourn in different ways. But sometimes people try to distract themselves from their grief, from the grief process, and it kind of hits them later. The two cups that the person has their back to is part of the silver lining. And this is true. I think this is pretty much true across the board in life, that as much as we may experience disappointments, that there may be silver linings that we are ignoring that really do make a difference in how we feel and how we are, kind of coping with whatever is going on. And the reason that's so important is that there might be, it is kind of like your temperament, or your energy field. Like, do you feel like it's charged up? Do you feel negative? How do you currently feel? Sometimes the frequency gets lowered when there is emotional pain, and that might hurt future chances. It becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, or not that, but like a vicious circle. So it's not about pretending that you're happy when you're not, but it's about being open to forgiveness. Even if you were wronged, it doesn't mean that you're having anything to do with that person, but you're not holding a grudge. Actually, I didn't mean forgiveness. I meant like moving on. And when you're a fixed sign, like Leo is, it can be hard sometimes to do so. And if your moon sign is in Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio, your emotional nature is fixed, and that makes it also very challenging to kind of change how you feel about something. And I'm not a fan of even fake it until you make it. I'm a fan of seeing the value in letting things go. But it's easier said than done, no question about it. What's coming in, this is like another kind of wary card. And by the way, it's wary, like W-A-R-A, not weary. People get those two words confused, totally different words. One is tired, weary, and this is wary, being aware or beware, a certain situation, because it could be challenging. So you might be wary about things. This is a card about creating boundaries or having boundaries, but it could be having a wall up. So what I'm trying to say is that if let's say you have gotten divorced, and that's what the Justice card means for you, and you have recovered, and you're getting to the point where you're ready to move on. Having boundaries, moving on, maybe saying, I'm going to think about dating again. Go for it if you feel emotionally ready, but have your boundaries set in place. Doesn't mean on the first date you say, look, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, but that you know exactly what you're going to tolerate in your life, what you're not going to tolerate, and then you're clear on it. Then there's no confusion. The outcome, the Ten of Swords, this can go different ways. First of all, I think with the nature of the Three of Swords in reverse, I really think this is actually a positive spin on it, which can be that this is the end of a chapter in your life. And I was going to use the word shit show. If you have felt, if you have felt, Leo, that you have had a really rough time of it. And this may have especially been the case in the last few months when Pluto was in Capricorn, because that's your 6th house, which involves work. So you may have been, seeing, that was like the last gasp of that kind of energy in this area. And it might have been a little bit revealing about like who your true friends are. I mean, in the workplace, you might have gotten betrayed by a coworker, and that might have been very difficult. But I think, to be honest with you, when Pluto goes retrograde, it's really about the inner work, and you may have realized in some ways that you were your own worst enemy. Maybe you feel a bit like you regret some of the things that you did or how you conducted yourself in certain situations, because Pluto entering a house can bring kind of like the lust for power. And for certain people who are not feeling very powerful inside, that can lead to excessive ambition, competition with coworkers, and that can create a lot of negative things in the environment, and it's not very pleasant. So hopefully, if there was something like that, maybe you feel lighter now and you can move on. And sure enough, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the person who is maybe getting a new job. And I would also look timing-wise to the end of this month of December, when we have a black moon, the second new moon in the month, and it will be in Capricorn, and that's your 6th house. So that could be a time of, the new beginnings. This is the old chapter, and this is the new chapter. By the way, I don't do anything about health, but if you have had, I think Leo's connected to the heart, if I'm not mistaken. So when this is upright, it can be like heart surgery. So maybe it's like recovering from it or something like that. And maybe you're still researching and very vigilant about your health. And maybe this can give you a new lease on, health. But I don't, this is, please, I don't like to talk about health, because this is a total disclaimer that you are in charge of your health, and you have to, be proactive when necessary. Not just sit on the sidelines and listen to YouTube tarot readings. But just in case that has been some kind of theme in your life as well, there could be romance with an earth sign. Maybe this is, 3 earth signs are Taurus. I think that one, you're both fixed signs, so you're attracted that way. Virgo, maybe you're next to Virgo. And Capricorn. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.